Alright, try this again. Alright, trying to get this together. I don't know what happened and it went out, but let me get back to what I was saying. Alright, let me get back to it. So, alright, so back to what I was saying before the stream cut off. Alright, so Amira Shade and Destin. Amira only has one live battle since she's been back, which was King Benny, as far as OSBO, the barbershop. Um, I think she had jitters with that, being the first live one back. You know, she had to feel the crowd out, feel being back on stage out, um, and figure that out. I think once she figured it out, she seemed comfortable. I think it took her a little minute within the. Mind you, it was only one round or two with Benny, with King Benny. It was only a one round. It was a debut for both of them, as far as OSBO barbershop. I'm not concerned about Amira Shade being able to rap. I'm not concerned about that. She can rap. Um, she has good bars. Um, I know somebody mentioned about her being wordy, using less words. Um, yeah, but I think for now, um, use what works for you. Use what works for you. Um, I think I think the one rounder live with Benny definitely help you as far as like being comfortable. Um, if like I was saying, if I heard correctly in the spaces, this is you and Destin's first 3 round battle. If I heard that correctly. Um, I don't, I don't know if that adds pressure to y'all necessarily. If it adds pressure to y'all, you know, whether that adds pressure, um, you know, um, do what you do, Amira. Um, do what you do. Do what works for you. Um, I think you'll figure out the performance part because you really didn't have performance with Benny. Um, I think you were more focused on your rapping and getting the bars out. I think that's most of what you were concerned with. Um, I think I think the if you're going to have some performance, it'll come. It'll come. I think you're more honed on the on your bars, your material performance. If you're gonna have it, it will come. Um, I say just be like once you get in that room, I think you'll be fine. Once you start rapping and they fucking with it, you will be just fine. That's what I believe. Um, Destin, I heard you in spaces before. Um, I know you battled Molly Baby recently, as far as the boardroom, and that did not go as planned. Um, I know I did hear about it was something like it. I thought it was supposed to be 3 rounds, 90 seconds, or something like that. If y'all spoke about it, I don't know if y'all agreed on it because when the battle happened, it was only one round. It was only one round, and it wasn't a great showing for Destin. It wasn't like Molly Baby had the energy, had the aggression, the delivery. She had all those things in her favor. Um, Destin did not seem comfortable with that because, like, Destin, you went first, and then Molly Baby went, and it was like Molly Baby sucked all the energy out the room, and then you were thinking it was supposed to be 3 rounds, and you going back and forth about that, and her walking like the discrepancy with that or whatever. It just wasn't a good showing. I think you did really good with Batty Rap. Batty Rap, you did good with, but I don't. You need a bounce back. I think you need a bounce back with what happened with the Molly Baby situation. You know, seeing that this is both of y'all's debut as far as WTBO, neither one of y'all can afford to fuck up. Neither one of y'all can afford to be ass. That's the best way I can put it. Like, neither one of y'all can afford to be ass. Neither one of y'all can afford to stumble, choke, fumble. Like, and here's my thing, Dustin. If I think you need a poker face for us back. Um, because it seems like when, like, if it's written all over your face when you're unhappy with about things. That's what I say. Like you got to be able to, you know, not show your emotion. You know, if we get into like if I base it off of what I've last seen from both, I got a Myra. I got a Myra Shade winning. I got a Myra Shade winning. Destined, you know, you did good with Batty Rap. You know, the Molly Baby situation, like even with what you got out, it wasn't. You didn't seem confident. That's the best way I can put it. You did not seem confident as far as that. You weren't confident. You know, you not being confident. I think kind of, kind of just everybody that watched or was there, you were kind of like, huh? You know, like I gotta admire. I'm like I got a Myra. I'm gonna say a Myra 2-1. You know, Destin prove me wrong, cause I think a Myra could 30 you. Like if we going off of material and putting it together, Myra has way better material, way better material, way better bars, raps like she raps. Like I got a Myra winning. I got a Myra beating Destin. It's just a matter of how bad is a Myra going to be Destin. Because if I'm Destin, I'm pissed off with that Molly Baby shit. I am pissed off with that shit. Because you haven't rapped since the Molly Baby shit. If I'm you, I'm pissed off. Like, that's why I say for Destin, like, you better have 3 rounds of that shit. Or it's gonna be a long fucking night for you, sis. It's gonna be a long fucking night for you. If you, what up, Tana? You cooking up for plug? I know you. I know you. You getting right. Like it could be a dirty 30 for Amira Shade. If I'm keeping it 100, it could be a dirty 30 for Amira Shade. Destin, unless you come in there like a mad woman with 3 crazy rounds, it could get dark for you with Amira. And if that happens, sis, I don't know what's next for you. Like it'd be back to the drawing board for you. And that would be a great win for Amira. A great win and a great debut for WTBL. That's what it would be. It would be that. I'm going to Myra Shade Dirty 30. Dirty 30. Like, Myra gonna get up there and get comfortable. And she's gonna get comfortable. That's that. Once she's comfortable, she's good. Myra Shade Dirty 30. Unless Destiny has 3 rounds of greatness, Myra Shade Dirty 30. Dirty 30. That's how I'm calling it. I'm calling it a Dirty 30. Um, I'ma say it. I'ma say it. As much as Amara Shea gets flack in the spaces with the other ladies, if she goes in there, if she goes in there and 30's Destin, her going back in the spaces and popping her shit would be warranted then. It'd be warranted then. It would be. She, like, yeah. And if I'm a Myra and if I go in there and I 30 Destin, I damn for sure would be popping my shit. For sure. We got Cinder Poet versus Mobitus. Um Mobitus battled one take MacGyver on the boiler room. I thought she had a solid round. She had a solid round, fam. A solid round. Very, very, very good. Very entertaining. Um, she gonna need 3 rounds of that though. 3 rounds of that, and I think she could cook it up. She could cook it up just right. Um, Sen, we saw what Sen did. We've seen what Sen has done as far as WTBL. Um, Sen's just gotta continue just being authentically her. Like she get up there, she put it together, how she put it together and delivers it. You know, um, I I really don't have a pick with this battle. I don't. I just want to watch it. You know, you know. Her battling one take MacGyver was the first battle for us Mobiles I actually watched. Um, far as said, I've been watching. What she's done for us, like the tournament. I've been watching. You know, I've known about Cinder Poet since what she battled Simba, I think it was. That's when I heard a lot, like her name more and more after she like when she battled Simba. Go watch Cinder Poet versus Simba if you haven't. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Um, cause I can say this, Cinder Poet has been consistent. I can definitely say that. Sis has been consistent. Consistent. I would favor more for Send the Poet who won with Mobitus, but Mobitus might shock me. And I hope that is the case. You know, I saw just a sample size of what you can do against a male. So I want to see if it's the same battling a female, you know? And I plan to watch, I'm going to recap. And I'm going to be very honest about what I liked and what I didn't like. Um, I'm gonna go send the poet 2-1 in a good battle. Um, Tasha the author is She's So You. Um, I came to know about She's So You with the Crown 23 tournament. That's when I first learned about She's So You, and I thought she was different with looking at her and then hearing her rap different, and I'm like, she on to something. She on to something. Um, and then like I've just seen the progression, the progression, of her. Um, Tasha the Author. I'm trying to think what's the last battle for her I've seen. Um, was it Rock Lee? Was it Rock Lee or her Raymond, her Rue? Like I haven't seen the Tasha the Author. No, I take that back. I take that back. Tasha the Author battled the no entourage that Tay Rock had. Don't quote me. I can't remember who she battled, but that was the last time I seen Tasha the Author battle because she had the black, white, and red outfit on with the fuzzy red boots. Yeah, she was in there cooking. She was in there cooking too. Trying to remember who did she battle. Was it J Artillery or Black Lyric? It's one of them two she battled, but she was cooking, you know. And I see how they been promoting this battle too. I see how they been promoting. Like it's they popping their shit. They selling the fight. They selling the fight. You know, because I want to say Tasha was supposed to battle before this. I could have sworn I saw her name on fire. She was supposed to battle. I don't know what happened with it, but yeah, I want to say yeah, that was the case. Like for me, even though Tasha don't battle like consistently, for me, for the most part, when she pop out. She got some shit. She has some shit. Um, she's on you. Like she's funny. She is. She's funny, but she mean business. She mean business though. She mean business. Um, I think that can go either way. It really just depends. You know, what the crowd likes. You know, it really just depends because she still can be funny and entertaining with like how she puts it together. Um, Tasha bar bars delivery. Um, I'm going to one either way. I'm, you know, because I think a lot of people are counting Shiso out in this match. You know, I think they are. I think they're counting Shiso out. Um, and if Shiso wins, that would, she gonna be in spaces popping her shit too. Just know that. Um, I think for Tasha just has to pace well. She's gonna rap. She gonna have some shit. She just gotta pace well. Pace well that we can hear it. Pace very well with the rap. That's about it. Um, yeah, I can't really say. I'm going to one either way. You know, I know that's just gonna be a good battle though. Rock Lee versus Key AV. Um, you know, everybody still talks about the whole Apple Watch thing with with Rock Lee. As far as Rock Lee, I'm yeah, I crack my joke or two with that, but Rock Lee is still somebody that everybody wants to see. You know, the whole thing where she canceled the battle but still showed up. You know, I think she's past that too. Um, I think Rock Lee's had enough time to be fully prepared. To be fully prepared. Yeah, to be fully prepared. 3 rounds. We know Rock Lee put that shit together. It's just about making like that she paces, she practices, you know, that it don't come off like she's trying to remember what she's rapping. I'm not doubting the material, you know. I expect Rock Lee to be locked and loaded. Um, I heard it. I haven't really seen her on the timeline or in the spaces after like they finished doing the face offs and stuff in spaces. I haven't seen her, and I'm hoping that means she's locked in, loaded, and prepared. That's what I'm hoping that means. Like some people may feel like Rock Lee owes one because the whole watch shit, the whole cancel the battle but still showed up shit. If that's how you're viewing it, then yeah, yeah, she owes us a good showing. Yes, 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 and yes. KAV, um, the whole thing with her kneeling in the battle, I don't think she either one thought it fully through or two it went how she thought it was gonna go. It like because I think that left a lot of people confused with that. That's what I think that did. That confused people. Um, she gotta come in there and rap. She gotta come in there and rap. This is a rematch because they did battle before. I believe in the spaces. I think that's where they battled. So this is a rematch, just in person. Um, and then the other stigma with KAV is that she don't be outside. That was the other stigma. Um, I don't know if she picks and chooses. You know, but she been over at our battle cooking, doing her thing. Um, I know KAV from Chrome 23. That's when I first got introduced to KAV. And I was like, alright, she on to something. Because mind you, their rounds with Chrome 23 were not that long. They were not long rounds. So you're judging and basing certain things or what just the little bit that you just have seen. And from what I was seeing, I'm like, she could be on to something. Like she can rap. She can rap. But yes, I agree. I would like to see KAV outside. I'd like to see her outside more. Because if she's at our battle, yeah, Miss Vicious is there, but there are no other females basically far right other than Miss Vicious. So you would still have to get booked WTBO or get somebody to come battle you at I battle, or you go somewhere else for these matchups to happen. I think KAV can rap, but she's gotta figure, she can up it with that pen. You know, she has good bars, but I think there's like she can up her pen more. That they're crazier. Her bars are crazier. Um, I'm going Rock Lee. I'm going Rock Lee 2-1 because not seeing Rock Lee and she not really, I think Rock Lee knows she like in the eyes of like the media, the bloggers, the fan, like the culture. Uh, and she goes in there and bombs with KAV. It's gonna be, why did she come back in battle if she wasn't fully prepared? That will be the whole narrative if Rock Lee is not prepared. Why did she battle? And it's gonna be, oh, Rock Lee's had all this time to prepare for this matchup. Why did she bomb? So I think a lot of it's going more of it's on Rock Lee to show up and have three solid rounds. No fumbles, no stumbles, no extra anything else to interrupt her rounds. That's more so what it is. Um, yeah, I think it's more so on. I got Rock Lee coming back into her numbers. That's how I view it. Rock Lee's gonna come back into her numbers. So I got Rock Lee 2-1 over KAV. Rock Lee know if she bombs, the coach will be on her ass again. If she does well, you know, the coach is happy. But then again, the coach is never happy, fully happy. Um, far as KAV, I want to see what you use what you've learned. Use what you've learned. Use what you've learned. You know, throughout the like in your battles from the tournament, and I want to see what you do. But like I said, I got Rock Lee 2-1. Rock Lee 2-1. Rock Lee 2-1. Um, Rainfire Moon and Molly Baby. Rainfire Moon. I've always said she has one of the best pins. She has one of the best pins. But you would not know it, and it like you wouldn't know it based off her last two showings. Like the Rainy the Rebel battle, it wasn't a great showing for her. The Don Lady battle, it wasn't what it should have been. I'll say that for that battle. Wasn't what it should have been. I think you were a little too friendly in that battle. You were supposed to go in there and like mean business as far as Don Lady. I know Don Lady's cool, but you still was supposed to go in there and mean business. Um, I say it all the time. You have one of the best pins. But if you ask me, in your last two battles, it's like that's not the Rainfire Moon that I'm used to seeing. Um, Even going further back to as far as the tournament, the whole I think was it the tournament? Yeah, you had this the round, the sentimental round, and a lot of people were like, "Why was that your round in a tournament?" But sometimes you have to get certain things off your chest, and it's understandable. But maybe not in the. I don't know. I can't say. I can't say. But I think you need to get back to the firecracker that you are. Like these last two showings, I'm just like, just nope. This not the Rainfire Moon that I'm used to. So if we talk about your last couple of battles, so rainy, Don Lady, WTBO battles. I don't like you ain't been. I don't know. It's like you're rapping, but it's like you rapping like, let me hurry up and get it over with. And it's not like you're enjoying it or you're on a mission with it. I think that's what it's been given. I can be wrong, but it's like I need the Rainfire Moon that's talking about she want 40 bars. I need that Rainfire Moon that's in her bag. That Rainfire Moon that is like feisty and hungry and ready to rap. That's what I need. That's the Rainfire Moon I need to show up. Your pen, I am not concerned about. Your material, I am not concerned about. It's you being up there, getting through the material clean. Stumbling or fumbling, no. Like being focused, keeping level headed, eye on the prize. Like your mission. That's the thing for me. That's the thing for me. Um, Molly, baby. Let's talk about your last two. You got crazy with caution. You got crazy with caution. Like, that was three crazy rounds. Energy, delivery, your projection, performance. You had some moments. Um, it's a lot of things that work in your favor. I, Material wise, could you up it a notch? Yes. If what you did for caution, like that was solid 3 rounds. You was on it. You was on it. Like if that's what I can expect for you versus Rainfire Moon, like you got crazy. Like you got crazy with caution. Like that. That's how you fucking rap. That's how you fucking rap. And then, like, you got what you did for like with the Destin battle. You got you like, hey sis, I'm getting this material. Like you was like your aggression and delivery and like how you show up to be, had her kind of like what the fuck and kind of like mad. I'm hoping I see the same level Molly Baby for caution 757 or better with Rainfire Moon. Rainfire Moon, you have a hell of a pit. I just need you to whatever's going on or like the funk that you're in, I need you to snap out of it. I need the best version of you. Because if you're not the best version of you, Molly baby can go ahead and clip you 2-1. Molly, but like Molly baby can go in there and clip you 2-1. It ain't all about the boss. It ain't all about the boss. And Molly baby does a lot of other things. Like I want y'all to go have a great battle. Do what you do, and don't try to do what the other does. I'm hoping to see Rainfire Moon back and like back Karen. That's how I'll put it. I don't think with these last battles showings, you you cared. It was like I said, it seemed like you was just trying to hurry up and get it over with. That's what it was given. I'm trying to hurry up and get it over with. You know, because if I base this slope solely off of what have you done for me lately, I would go Molly 2-1. If I based it solely off of that, Molly can win this if 2-1 if she goes about it a certain way. But Rainfire Moon, you should go in there barn crazy. You know, you need another. You need a you need a good showing and a win because Molly Baby being new, like not saying that she's not good, but it shouldn't be a question of her beating you. It should be. I know Rainfire Move gonna go in there and beat her, and that's not the conversation because one has to wonder what version of Rainfire Move are we getting based off of what I've seen. I don't know what version of you is going to show up, and that has me kind of like as far as making a prediction to go your way. Like I'm kind of 50-50 with it right now. I have this battle as a debatable because I don't like Molly can up her game some can up her shit and go in there and win. But if Rain shows up and if Rain shows up how she needs to show up for this matchup, she could win. I have I have it 2-1 either way. Debatable. And it shouldn't be. Like um Geek Girl and Nay. Um like I was telling Nay in the spaces, you can rap. I'm not concerned about you as far as like the material. It's just slowing down and pacing that you don't stumble. Slowing down and pacing that you don't stumble. That's the thing for her. And if she does that, she's gonna be good to go. She's gonna be good to go. Um, Geek Girl, you know, her and J Artillery, the situation with that, but her beating J Artillery, um, then her battling Mallory, you know, like Geek Girl definitely has shocked a lot of people if you weren't familiar with her before. Um, she she's she's dope. She's dope. If I heard correctly, she has battled in Florida before. Um, I think they gonna have a good battle. Um, Geek Girl's barring crazy, having crazy moments, rebuttaling. Um, that's another one where it's like, I'm kind of on it, you know. Um, yeah, I'm going to win either way with Geek Girl and A. Um, it just really depends, you know. Because if Geek Girl come out bombing, yeah, it could be one of those. It just really depends. Like last time I saw that, I like what I saw. It's just like I said, the pacing. Um, and then we have LS and Ash Cash. Unfortunately, isn't going down anymore for. Um, it sounds like LS is the reason why that battle's not happening. For my understanding, for what I was seeing on Twitter, that's my understanding. She the reason why that battle not happening. I think Ash Cash says she been there. She's been in Miami for a while, for a couple of days now. Um, I wanted to see Ash Cash. That was the crazy part. I wanted to see Ash Cash. I wanted to see Ash Cash. And then I wanted to see LS because a lot of people felt the way with LS and Caution 757 when they battled, as if they got that wrong and who won. And then I saw LS and Martin Luther Lane solid battle. So I wanted to see LS and Ash Cash. Don't know if they're gonna reschedule it or not, but they don't. They don't. Um, Ash Cash is still in terror form as far as I battle, so salute to that. Ash Cash is and got her hands in a little bit of everything, so salute to her. Keep working, Ash Cash. Um, um, Jay Gray and La G. Um, salute to Jay Gray. Salute the gray areas. Salute to Ohio. Um, Jay Gray put on her numbers though. From the from being in the tournament, um, her and Blue battling. Um, she just battled Zion and won. Um, her and Jay Webb was dope. Like I think Jay Gray is very consistent. She's very consistent and steadily improving the more and more I see her battle. Like it's like she's watching her game tapes and looking at like, oh, I could have did this better, and then the next time you see her, it's like, yeah, she's good. She's really, really good. Um, La G, La G battled Lady Lions. Um, Lady Lions, I know Lady Lions as far as Carl's went they also. Um, La G's, La G's got a, and then like the last battle she had, La G's gotta not wait until like half the battle's over to really cook it up. She's gotta start hot. Like Lachi raps well, but it's like if we talk about like haymakers moments, no. Like she needs more. She raps well though. She does. She raps well, but she's gonna need some haymakers and some moments against Jay Gray though. That's what she's gonna need. Um because like if Laji doesn't start off cooking, it could get bad. It could get bad. Um, I think. Well, I think what was it? The last but I was saying, she waited till like half of the second round and then the third round to cook. Like she needs that from the beginning. Like she needs that from the beginning. Um, I got Jay Gray 2-1. I got Jay Gray 2-1. You know, 2-1. Um, and then the second battle that's not happening. Big Ice versus Ann. Um, I don't know what the big discrepancy or whatever the situation is to one moment this battle was happening to next thing I know it's not happening anymore and the reasoning to why it's not happening. and I don't know whether it's going to be rescheduled. But that was a battle I was looking forward to because this would have been Zan's third battle recently. She she got beat by Jay Gray. She got beat by E Hart in a rematch, and then Big Ice would have been the third battle. So I wanted to see if she was going to go 0-3, or was she going to get a win somehow. You know, I wanted to see what Zan was going to do. Now I'm mad that Big Ice and Zan ain't happening. You know, you know, that was another battle I wanted to see, but it's not happening. So we'll see what happens with that. Um, then as far as like let's get into the tournament battles. J Love and Eon. Eon has been cooking from the beginning of this tournament, and I said it, and I'll say it again. Eon being on Bags and Bodies kind of prepared her for the WTBL tournament with the rapping on short notice, having to get to it quicker. Because if you've watched how Eon's been rapping lately, she's quicker to the shit. She's quicker to the shit, and the shit is hit. She just battled Shuni last weekend. Was up there cooking. Like Eon is in a bag right now. That is like she's like the light switch click and it's going. Like she's on it right now. Like she's been on it, consistently on it. Hot shit, hot shit, hot shit, hot shit. Cooking, bombing, not missing a beat. J Love. A nigga said J Love wouldn't make it to wouldn't make it through the tournament. Oh, she don't rap that well. Oh, she got she she gonna lose eventually. These are all the different things I've heard when it comes to J Love. Instead of people just saying J Love raps very well. Her KCJ, her and Jay Gray. Like her and Kia V. Like, and then people talk about her accent. Like J Love, her and busy. J Love's been cooking. J Love's been consistent. She's been cooking. I think J Love has figured out what works for her. She was bad somebody's also. So that's like the same thing I'm saying as far as Eon with the showman and prepping, getting to the shit quicker. You can tell with that works with them. It worked. You know, it it's gonna come down to material. Material for them. It's gonna come down to material. Um, I think the run that Eon's on, I don't think it gets stopped. It's gonna be a war with J Love and Eon though. But I think Eon comes out the victor though. I do. I think she comes out the victor in it. Um, and then we got Mallory X and Hope Trilly, her and Zan, one of the best battles as far as the WTBO. One of the best battles, you know. And then what happened with um her and Jade, you know, and now we're here. But Hope Trilly has always been dope. She's always been one of those. She's just rather quiet. That unless it's like a battle rap moment, or like conversation, or time for her to pop her shit, she's just not just regularly just popping it. Like that's just her. Um, she her performance and the bars is hitting. You know, like she's been cooking since being back. She's been cooking. Mallory X, the E before that, Marilyn Monroe. Look, Mallory battling Big Ice again, beating Big Ice. Um, Having a close one. Most people feel with Geek Girl that could have been different. Mallory's been like through it all, and still in what 2 tournaments, within 2 tournaments, you know, before she lost. Um, but Mallory's been consistent. You know, some people feel away about the second time around of Mallory X and Big Ice. I think it was a war. It was a war. It was a great battle, great replay value. It don't matter who you feel as though won. You know, Mallory's been having moments. She's been having moments, rapping very well, getting a lot of crowd reaction. But it's like Hope can do all these things too. So it's really gonna be like who does it better. That's what it's gonna be. Will Hope come and dethrone Mallory X? And some people can say, "Oh, finally, Mallory's out of there," because it sounds like people don't want Mallory to win. Like Mallory been doing her numbers. Mallory been doing her numbers. But Hope Trilly is nice. Like it's gonna be tooth and nail. It's gonna be down to the wire. It's gonna be down to the wire. Trust and believe it's gonna be down to the wire. But the ladies is gonna do their numbers. The ladies gonna do their numbers. Um, they gonna do their numbers. Um, and then the next day, going down, TBL primetime tournament, the men's joint. They got 2-1-0s happening plus tryouts for the TBL primetime tournament going out Sunday. Um, I I haven't heard whether these are being streamed. I think that would be dope if they did stream them off their channel. I'll wait to see if they talk about it during the stream tomorrow. But you have Keith versus King Kia. Keith and Fate just did a 2-on-2 versus I want to say it was CJA and Chunks for I Battle. Um, trying to think, what was the last Keith and Keith and Romney was dope. Um, Keith has had some other battles. He's won some tournament. Um, like Keith can get in that mode where he's like he's rapping very well and the performance matches it. King Kia, last battle I watched was Certified Zay. I had him beating Certified Zay. Was it Certified Zay? Was it him and Certified Zay? I think it was him and Certified Zay. Um, him and Justice, like Kia's him and KD. Kia's had some good matchups. Um, him and Justice. So this, I think, what second West Coast battle? Somebody from from like Keith was from Colorado, but he be out the West, so um, that's gonna be interesting because Keith is more like performance, good bars, high energy. Kia is more like laid back, but he get to the shit. Um, I just want to see the matchup. I don't care if really who wins that. I don't I don't care who wins it. Um, V Gotti is savvy. Sino coming off of the T Top tournament where he battled Loso. Um, he battled Loso for the 10K. He lost. The whole debacle with Loso recycling material. Um, but I think Sino has some shit versus Loso though. He has some shit for Loso. He also battled Beat Magic. Him and Geo was a really good battle. Um, V Gotti's battle, what? Who was he battled recently? V Gotti battled Eliza Versa recently. He battled um, Ric Flair. Who else has he battled? He battled. He's had a couple of battles. Um, like V Gotti's been very active. He's been very active battling. Yeah, he's been very active battling. Um, for those battles, it's more so how y'all show up. This is a good opportunity. I hope this is streamed from TBL though to um to the fans. That'd be dope if they do that Sunday. If not, we just have to wait for updates with it. say it. Um, let me see. Um, this is also going down tomorrow. Going down tomorrow, Gates of the Garden, Lockdown 6. You got Dre Dennis and King Crash, Big Cannon and Mr. Extra, Shuni the Rapper and LT, Prep and PG. Um, Prep and PG should be a really good battle. That should be a really good battle. I've seen PG before, like twice, and I like what I'm saying. I think that should be a really good battle. Um, if you want to watch that tomorrow, go through the join part on Gates of the Garden, I believe. But I would message Gary Dennis and ask him if they're streaming that. But yeah, that's going down tomorrow. Um, um, nah, this is not going down tomorrow. I don't know how we're gonna replace this. Yeah, this is not tomorrow. Um, what else is tomorrow? Um, 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 this is also tomorrow. Free on iBattle's YouTube tomorrow from 5 to 10. They got the Forge happening. You got Lucas versus Paperboy the Prince, Fluke Human versus Dead Mikes, Roulette versus Tone Shift, Rapalite versus Remy the Menace. That should be a really good back and forth battle. Big Girl versus Novate, and Bad Luck versus Sully. So I battle event tomorrow. Free event to watch from 5 to 10 tomorrow. Um, I probably watch this and WTBL tomorrow. That's the goal to watch both. To watch both of them. Um, but yeah, that's my other parts of my stream. Saying that it went out the first time. Um, appreciate y'all. Be back for a recap late tomorrow with recap tomorrow with WTBL, probably later tomorrow night or early Sunday. Let me see.